Hi, everyone. It's Nancy Kelly, vocal coach, jazz singer, troublemaker. Why are you laughing, Scott? I'm here with another one of my wonderful students, Mr. Scott Dennis. Hey, Scott.
Hey,
How you doing, man?
wonderful. Great to see you.
Yeah, you too. You too. I'm excited because you're at my house.
I know, I never get to come to your house.
I know. We thank Donna for helping us out with that.
Yes, thank you, Don.
They both came out today, so you'll see the videos. But anyway, Scott, how many years have we known we're working on?
We're working on 12.
Well, you're learning to sing and I'm learning to teach. Anyway, Scott is, I guess he's what I would call, he's a crooner. My nickname for him is Mr. Belty Pants, which we've been working on. In all fairness, we've been working on getting you to pull back a little and use dynamics, because dynamics are the key to keeping the listener engaged when it goes, the emotion rises and lowers and all that kind of thing. It makes it interesting. Scott is what we call a professional. So he gets paid to work, although none of us are working a lot right now. We're working at this video. Let's do some scales.
That sounds good.
Let's just do some scales and see, because there's always something. It's funny, I tell students, Frank Sinatra had a coach till the day he passed.
Yep.
Did you know that? No, yeah, yes. Many singers continue to have coaches because you check yourself before you wreck yourself. How about Ia? We haven't done that one in a while.
Okay.
It's always good, really, when you're doing your scales, start out with something a little less taxing on your instrument. Don't try and do these huge jumps and things that we do.
And I've not sung in a while, so this will be a good.
You're a low baritone,
Yeah.
so. Let your vibrato come on the notes that you hold. 2, 2, 3. Whoa, you fell off that, but you know what it was?
I did. No, what was
it? Was a G.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a G. It must be the coffee we made. Your voice sounds beautiful today, Scott.
Thank you. Not sung in a while. So.
Yeah, you really pissed me off. You know that?
I know.
Because I can't do that. I have to, like, you just open your mouth and this gorgeous sound just comes out.
I got lucky.
I had to work at it. And I tell a lot of students that I had to work very hard at it. Some people, do you ever notice there's singers? They're just bored. They just come out of the chute singing, Sometimes they're smoking too. I know. I think a lot of times, a lot of it, especially with African American people who have grown up in the church.
Yes.
So this is an environment where the singing is just free, and you allow yourself to be great. But I had to work at it, and I'm still working at it every day. So the support mechanism should not make the note louder. What you're looking for is that wall of air pressure under your vocal cords. And it's like, it's kind of, you're just giving it a little oomph. And what it does is it gives enough airflow so that the note sounds correctly. It gets in tune. Whenever you hear a singer go flat, 9 times out of 10, it's because there's a lack of support for the note. Not enough air. So as you climb, whenever you climb in pitch, it doesn't matter whether you're here in that register or in this register. Anytime you're climbing, you're going to need to increase the support. This is not a lot of drama. It shouldn't be like a whole ton of drama. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But that octave jump alone is going to bring you to a place that's in a whole different support zone. That's why I have people, let's get it here first. Ma. So I can keep that there, and it sounds nasally. Ma, ma. You can hear that it's all here. Mm-hmm. But what I'm doing is I'm relaxing, making sure that tongue is lowered, making sure that you're steepling the soft palate. So you've created this huge space. Ma. It's beautiful. You try.
Ma.
Beautiful. It's a little high for you. Try this one.
Ma.
Yes, drop your jaw, please.
Ma.
Yeah, very nice. Let's try octave jumps. Ah. There you go. Now what happened was first of all you supported it. I know it because of the sound. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you supported it, what did it do to the note?
Brought it forward.
Exactly. That's a much better sound. Much better sound and probably easier. Let's feel your neck and make sure we're not tightening.
No, not in the least.
Yeah. Because the only thing that should tighten is your core. That's the only thing. Nothing else. Mm-hmm. Nothing in your body. I tell everybody, dead from the neck up, which some people are anyway. They don't have to work at it.
But naturally to some. I'd like to think I'm not one of them all the time.
You aren't. John is over here cracking up. We could start naming names. No, we won't do that. Let's mess around with a tune.
All right. How about In the Still of the Night?
You know, don't tell us about In the Still of the Night. Tell us about the tune. You are our historian in the studio. You know.
In the Still of the Night was written for, I believe, the musical Jubilee by the great Cole Porter, one of my idols. And as we all know, you can copyright a tune lyric. You cannot copyright a tune title.
I did not know that.
Yes. So therefore, there is another tune from the 1950s by a doo-wop band called the Five Satins, who did a totally different tune called In the Still of the Night. So what Nancy and I have kind of thought up, or Nancy thought up, and I thought it was brilliant, you're going to, when you hear this, think you're going to hear the Five Satins, but then you're going to hear Cole Porter. And we're going to do it in what's called the 12/8.
What does that mean, 12/8? 12, what does 4/4 mean?
4/4 means quarter note. One. There's 4 beats to a measure.
Yes. So yes. If it's 12/8, what does that mean?
That means there's 12 beats to a measure. No, that means.
Yes.
Yes, there's 12.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot. That's a lot of beats. That's a lot of beats. And it's typically done. You'll hear it on the hi-hat most. That's where you will get the sense of that from.
I don't do a lot of things 12/8, so this is going to be kind of fun.
Yeah, we decided a little different. So let's just try it and see what happens, eh?
All right.
I gaze from my window at the moon in its flight, my thoughts all stray to you. In the still of the night, while the world times without number, darling, when I say to you, do you love me as I love you? Are you my life to be, my dream come true? Or will this dream of mine fade out of sight like the moon growing dim on the rim of the hill in the chill still of the night?
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Scott.
Yes.
So I noticed several times there that when you were going for higher notes, they seemed to be louder. You were doing a great job of giving a great emotional performance there. You were really very invested in the lyric and bringing, without that thing I call dynamic lift. But I thought there were some words there that I thought didn't need to be louder. I wish I could go back over it right here quickly, but I can't. Would you sing that last, what is it, that last little, I want to try and sing in your range, and I
Like
can't.
the moon
Yeah, do that.
growing dim on the rim of the hill in the chill still of the night.
Yeah, so you knew I would. You
See?
cheat!
Don't tip me off.
See,
See, you give me clues.
you did that right. So the thing is with all of us is we're microphone singers. I mean, you come from an era, and the singers that you inspired you come from an era where the people that they listened to didn't use microphones.
Mm-hmm.
So they were singing in halls that had just good acoustics, hopefully. And, this whole microphone thing is a recent thing. I think that if you were holding the mic, it probably would work out a little better for you. But then again, this mic is different than yours.
Yes.
So this is in your defense, is what I'm saying. Plus, you're not really hearing. It's not monitored. You're just standing there. I mean, to do this right, what we're doing, you'd have to wear a headset to hear it properly. But with that said, I think you kind of took that and that ball and you ran with it there really well. So I would like to go. Let's go back and do this again and see if we can't be careful with some of those higher. When you go to the higher notes, they're so much louder that it sounds a little unbalanced.
Okay.
We had this conversation earlier. We had the conversation earlier where we were saying, don't confuse singing a higher note or getting into a dynamic lift. Sometimes it doesn't have to be 3 times louder than the rest of the tune.
Mm-hmm.
Let's have a look at that.
All right.
In the still of the night, as I gaze from my window at the moon in its flight, my thoughts all stray.
All right, so like right there, I had you stop because I heard you emphasize a word that I wasn't quite sure if it was the word you meant to emphasize. So what was the line there?
My thoughts all stray to you.
My thoughts all stray to you. So which word, as we talk about often in the studio, we're always looking for the verb. We're looking for the word that has the action, because that's where you're going to want to do some riffy thing or a dynamic lift or something that you're going to do there, and change it. I have this conversation a lot with you guys and talk about my phrase that I coined, which is riffing for a reason. So many singers, and we hear this ad nauseum, singers who riff all over the place, and we just want to reach over and turn it off because you're sick of it, because it becomes, it's some narcissistic venture that has nothing to do with anyone. It's a circus act, so learning to have the taste to pick and choose where you riff or lift is golden. It's where you want to go, for sure. So we're always looking for that, word that has the action. That's where you want to do a little something, so my thoughts all stray. Didn't you tell me you thought maybe the word stray would be the...
Yes.
Yeah, because stray has...
In that line, that's the verb.
Is that what it is right there?
Yeah.
So sing that line with me with the intention to make the word stray stick out in some way.
My thoughts all stray to you.
Yeah. Yes. So that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That had a conversational weight to it.
I see.
Yeah. This is all about the way you would say it. My thoughts all stray to you. Stray. So I fell off it a little. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next line? Why don't we just keep on this tack? This is a good one.
In the still of the night while the world is in slumber.
Okay, where's our words there? Where's our power words there?
I think still in slumber.
Still of the night while the world is in slumber.
Slumber. You could do your riff there. You could do your slumber. That's where you may choose to do a little something. Mm-hmm. Is all I'm saying. Let's go back and see if we can do a little something.
All right. We'll give it a shot.
In the still of the night, as I gaze from my window at the moon in its flight, my thoughts all stray to you.
And we were just talking about when and where to emphasize a word. Like, instead of doing, in the still, someone often you'll hear somebody go, in the still. Like they try and actually, no, it's not about that. In fact, when you take that whole line, in the still of the night, the thing that should be affecting your delivery is not those actual words, but what it feels like in the still of the night. That's what you are sending from you. This is that whole thing of intention. So many people are so worried when someone brings up, they'll swear, they'll say, I can't say those things on here because, but it's the intention behind the word. If you're intending to hurt with it, then that's something. But if you're not, if you're saying, if the, whatever the emotion is behind it is what's important, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So, in the still of the night, what does that feel like?
It's quiet, it's solitude.
It's beautiful. And then what's the next line? As I
gaze from my window.
All right. For me, I'm going to tell you what happens when I hear that line. When I hear that line, I see myself gazing through a window, and I feel what it feels like to do that. Right? That's what comes out of my voice. That's what comes out of my horn, as they say. All right? Let's give me some more lyrics here. We went over that one quite a bit, but what's the second?
At the moon in its flight, my thoughts all straight. In the still of the night, while the world is in slumber, oh, the times without number, darling, when I say to you.
Yeah. Okay, keep going. I got to log on to something here.
Do you love me as I love you? Are you my life to be, my dream come true?
Longing.
Or will this dream of mine fade out of sight?
Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of very obvious words there, but the singer should be reenacting what the person is feeling like that's going through that story. That's how we came back around to in the still of the night, right? Instead of in the still of the night. No, that's too obvious. All right, so let's turn it on again.
All right.
And let's keep some of those things in mind.
In the still of the night, as I gaze from my window at the moon in its flight, my thoughts all stray to you.
Okay, in my opinion, that was like light years better than your first approach to it.
Oh.
Thank you, Scott Dennis.
Thank you, Nancy Pell.
Okay, I'll see you around.
Absolutely.
All right.
Not if I see it first.